might be surprised to find out that his troops on the ground here continue to treat Kenya like a colonial outpost, where they can quite literally get away with murder and destruction. Our hope is that he will not have to visit again in a few years' time to make further apologies directly to us for modern-day crimes committed by his armed forces.
We are actually having 1 minute of silence for the people who have departed kwa sababu ya emotion. Watu kijiji, kila kijiji, ije watu wake wote.
There is no doubt who caused the fire. The disgusting callousness of some of the British soldiers who posted about the fire on social media like it was a big joke for them just added insult to major injury. And yet, 2.5 years later, zero compensation has been given to the people affected, and the British Army is actually using every trick from the colonial rule book to try and not pay the Kenyan people compensation for the lives and the environment that they destroyed.
I'm sure these difficult issues will be raised, at least by the press, and in discussions, probably maybe even with the government, while he's there. Questions of military presence, their behaviour, in some cases, 1 or 2 particular cases where the British military are accused of not having behaved the way they should towards the civilian population. And for some people, the very physical presence of a former colonial power in military form, as we know, has been very contentious in West Africa, where the French presence has come under a lot of criticism. So I do expect these issues to be raised. I would also recognize that it's very hard for the king to separate himself entirely from the government of his country. They are, he is a head of state of a country that is doing these things, whether he has any control over the government at all. He has a weekly discussion with the Prime Minister, so he knows what's going on. He can raise these things. Maybe he will raise some of them with the Prime Minister when he comes back, saying, you know what, I was told that I was there. Perhaps we should do something about this. I don't know. All that is sort of, that is not public knowledge.
Tuko na wewe hadi mwisho. Asanteni sana wananchi wa Lolldaiga, na tumesema we are going to have a peaceful procession from Uhuru Park to British High Commission offices in Nairobi.
It's a shame that the king is coming to Kenya for a safari, and he is avoiding Laikipia, where there are thousands and thousands of victims of his soldiers, where he is a commander-in-chief. It's a shame. We are expecting him to come here and give apology. He is talking about apology of 50s. The victims are here and alive. Agnes Wanjiru family is here and alive. 7,000 victims of Lolldaiga fire are here. Just come to Laikipia and give apology.
When we were young, this is our late Aunt Agnes, this is me, and this is my sister. Even when we heard the king that he's coming to Kenya, and we saw it being published, we never saw anywhere that he didn't even mention about Agnes. And this is a major case that has been making headlines for now past 3 years. Since the reopening of the case.
Hapo wacha niseme Mungu aingilie tu, sababu ni wengi wamekuja kutoka huko, wanakuja wataface family. Na ni kusema tu, wakisema kwa media wataface family, ni hivyo tu, imepita. Hakuna mtu yoyote sijawahi ona, nimeona kwa hii nyumba yangu akikuja kuface.